On the lower level, there's 2 bedrooms, as well as a media room and what we call a conservatory, which is another atrium.
I'm not talking about it. Let's just take a look. The first stop is the kitchen. We actually put our burners directly into our countertop.
And then mixed with the stone we found at the Marble Yard kind of adds this interesting element, and I think the design speaks for itself.
Yeah, the marble adds a little bit of drama in this kind of all-white kitchen, which I was a little nervous about doing all white just because of how much we cook and whatever, but it's actually been amazing because I'm sort of a messy chef.
So before we move on, this I think is a really cool part of our renovation. While we were doing it, we found these newspaper clippings in the floorboards from 1894. So I thought it'd be really cool to frame them. Just a little piece of history from the apartment and hang it right here in the kitchen.
We also have a little mini kitchen for our kids. So we're in here cooking, they're over here cooking, and it just feels like a really nice family moment.
Do you want to come on the tour with us? Yeah. So one of the main focal points of this living room is this art piece of a light fixture. And this is called the Floss Coordinates. It is actually 5 different chandeliers, and it all kind of works up in a cone. So it draws you into the center of the room.
We just thought it looked really beautiful and pulled in also like the brass from the mirrors that were left from the previous owner to kind of tie it all in.
There's mirror on either side, so it becomes this infinity mirror with this light sculpture in the middle. And when you're standing in the right place, it makes the space feel even bigger. So when we were designing our home, we obviously wanted it to feel warm, but also create a space that we could entertain larger groups in. So having this big open setting and then a communal sofa space and this big coffee table, we could all lounge around and be conversational.
So one of the original features of this apartment were these grand bookshelves.
And it belonged to the rare book curator of Strand.
A very iconic bookstore. We obviously couldn't have done anything to the bookshelf. So we just decided to add a little bit of a flair by doing the brass detailing on the bottom and updating the hardware.
So in the middle of the bookshelves is our record bar, which is important to us because we are DJs. We love music in the house. It's kind of the soundtrack for our lives. But our favorite record right now is
We really wanted the dining room to stand out from the rest of the apartment. So we decided that this would be a perfect moment to do something fun and funky with the floors. And we think that it really came together beautifully.
We also added these windows in under the skylight, which we had to rebuild, which gave us an opportunity to make more light. And he loves it too.
So for a touch of glam over here, we decided to add this Art Deco style chandelier.
Super cool piece that you can actually mold to what you want it to be. So kind of having this invisible fishing wire hanging chandelier was a really cool addition for us. So this is our primary suite, and one of our favorite features is with the click of a button, we get instant privacy. You want to show us how, Preston? Whoa, it's not perfect blackout, but it's close. One of the big design details of the primary suite was doing a smaller primary suite so we could have more space for function in the back. And it's also a great place for Preston to run up and down. Pete, come on, run.
Thanks so much for checking out our NoHo loft.
As you can see, it's been a labor of love. Our renovation turned out exactly how we wanted, though, and we hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as we're enjoying it now.
See you guys soon.
Coming up, we explore the results of another total renovation. This one in Greenwich Village with architect Julia Salk.
Dad,